You might think it's the big moves that capture a guy's heart, but it's usually the subtle stuff. The small, almost effortless things you do without realizing. Yeah, those are the ones that stick. So today, I'm walking you through the 7 cute little things that genuinely turn men on, without a single mind game. First, her sincere compliments. Let me tell you something a lot of guys won't say out loud. Getting a genuine compliment from a woman we admire, that's rare. And when it happens, it doesn't just feel good, it lingers. It's one of those moments we replay later, when we're lying in bed or zoning out mid-work meeting. And it's not because we're vain. It's because it feels like you really saw us. I've seen this over and over again. The kind of woman who makes a guy sit up and take notice? She's not the one sitting back waiting to be noticed first. She's the one who spots something real, and says it. Not because she's trying to impress, but because she's secure enough to just be honest. That's the shift. Now, I'm not talking about gassing up his ego or handing out flattery like candy. I mean a simple moment. Maybe he's telling a story about something meaningful, and you just look him in the eye and say, "I like how thoughtful you are about that." That's it. Calm. Real. No agenda. It hits deep. Because we're used to people being polite, but we're not used to being seen. When a woman offers a compliment from a place of confidence, not neediness, it flips the script. It makes a guy think, wait, who is she? And just like that, you become the highlight of his day. 2. The way she knows when to leave. Now this might sound a little backwards, but one of the sexiest things a woman can do is know when to leave. I'm serious. Most people hang around until the moment fizzles out. The conversation runs dry, the spark dims, and suddenly it's just polite chatter and checking phones. But you're different. You leave when the energy's still high, when things are still glowing. And you don't leave with awkwardness or an excuse. You leave with confidence. Maybe you say something like, "This has been really fun. I think I'll head out soon, but I've really enjoyed this." That's magic. It's classy, it's clear, and it leaves him wanting more. See, when you leave while everything's still exciting, you create this little emotional cliffhanger. And guys love that. We're wired to chase what intrigues us, what feels unfinished. You didn't overstay. You didn't try too hard. You just knew your worth and protected the moment before it dragged on. And I'll tell you, this one move, it plants a seed. He's going to think about it later. He's going to wonder when he'll see you again. And if the energy was right, he'll make sure it happens. Not because you asked him to, but because your vibe was unforgettable. 3. That light touch. Just enough to spark. Let's talk about touch. Not the obvious kind, but the subtle, unexpected one. You know when a woman brushes a guy's arm mid-laugh? Or places her hand on his back as they walk into a room? Yeah, that stuff. That sends a jolt of electricity through us. Now here's the trick. It's not about being overly flirty or physical. It's about the intention behind the touch. When it comes from a place of confidence, just an easy, grounded kind of presence, it feels real. And real is rare. Sometimes you don't even have to say anything. Just that soft touch, held for a second longer than expected, says more than words ever could. It's like this little whisper of, "I see you. I'm right here." And we feel it. I'm telling you, it hits somewhere deep. What's wild is that most people avoid this level of connection because it feels so intimate. But when you're okay with the intimacy of the moment, when you're not rushing to fill the silence or pull back, you create this kind of tension that sticks with us long after. It's not a move. It's not a trick. It's just you being present enough to let us feel you. And trust me, when a man experiences that, he won't want to forget it. The way she holds eye contact. This one might be my favorite because it's so simple, and yet most people can't do it. Holding eye contact, not just looking. Holding. When a woman locks eyes with me and stays there, no fidgeting, no glancing at her phone, no nervous laughter, it's like everything else fades out. In that moment, it's just presence. Pure, grounded, electric presence. We live in a world full of distractions. So when someone actually stays with you in a moment, it feels like a spotlight. Not the blinding kind, but the warm, focused one that says, I'm here. I see you. And for a guy who's used to surface-level attention, that kind of energy is unforgettable. What makes it even better is the smile. Not a huge, over-the-top grin, but that little knowing smile, the one that says, I'm comfortable right here. It's not aggressive. It's not forced. It's soft, confident, and real. You don't need to stare him down. Just a few extra seconds of real eye contact creates a spark most people never allow themselves to feel. And the beauty is, it's not about looking perfect or saying the right thing. It's about being fully there. That's what he'll remember. Femte, her playful teasing. Let me ask you something. Do you know how rare it is to meet a woman who can tease in a way that's both fun and classy? Most teasing either falls flat or crosses the line. But when you do it right, with warmth, with a spark in your eye, and without trying to prove anything, it's irresistible. It's like a game of emotional ping pong. You're not putting him down. You're not trying to impress. You're just playing. And that's the key. Your teasing feels light, effortless, and full of charm. Let's say he's bragging about his cooking skills. You could nod and say, wow, that's impressive. Or you could smirk and say, oh, so you're that guy, huh? The I'll cook for you type? That right there, it flips the energy. He's going to laugh, lean in, and want to keep that energy going. Because now, you're not just someone he's talking to. You're someone he's engaged with, someone who challenges him in the best way. And guess what? That challenge, it pulls him in. It tells him you're confident, that you don't need to be sweet all the time, that you can hold your own and still make him feel something. That balance of teasing and warmth is addictive. It's playful tension, and it lights a fire. 6. When you ask for help in that soft feminine way. I don't think women realize how attractive it is when they ask for help in the right way. I'm not talking about being helpless, no. It's not about pretending you can't do something you clearly can. It's the way you ask. There's this certain charm in a woman who knows her strength, but chooses to invite a man in. Not because she needs him, but because she wants to share the moment. That kind of feminine invitation flips a switch in us. Like when you say, hey, could you help me with this real quick? With that little upward inflection and that warmth in your eyes. It feels like you're letting us in. You're showing us that our presence matters, that our masculine energy is welcomed. That's magnetic. A woman who does this isn't shrinking herself. She's engaging with her feminine softness. And men respond to that more than you might think. We live in a world where independence is often emphasized so much that the art of receptiveness is lost. But when you show that side of yourself, when you let your guard down just enough to say, I trust you to help me with this, it creates connection. And that connection is what every man is secretly craving. It's not the task that excites us. It's the way you make us feel important in that moment. And honestly, that simple moment can stick with a guy for days. 7. When you get excited about something small. You know that little moment when you get giddy over something tiny. Like the way your eyes light up when you find the perfect coffee mug, or when your favorite song plays in the car and you start dancing like no one's watching? That's adorable. That kind of spontaneous joy is contagious. And let me tell you, it turns guys on in the best way. Not in a sexual way necessarily, but in a, I want to be around this woman all the time kind of way. When a woman shows that she can get excited about small things, it tells me she's not jaded. She's not too cool to care. She's alive. And being with someone who's alive, who can find magic in the mundane, is deeply attractive. It's what makes a guy want to build a life with you, because he knows the little moments won't be wasted. I remember watching a woman once lose her mind over how cute a baby goat was at a petting zoo. She was squealing and grinning and filming it like it was the most important event of the year, and I couldn't stop smiling. That moment made her more beautiful to me than any perfectly curated Instagram post ever could. Why? Because it was real. It was her heart. Unfiltered. Don't underestimate how much guys love that kind of energy. You don't need to try to be impressive. Just let yourself be moved. If you're excited, show it. That's the kind of authenticity that draws us in without you even trying. And it's not about being childish. It's about being present. When you light up over something small, it tells me you still believe that life can surprise you. That kind of wonder? It's rare, and it's magnetic. There's this charm in watching someone unwrap a little joy like it's a gift from the universe. Whether it's a perfectly ripe mango or a new pair of fuzzy socks, it's captivating. It's in those unscripted moments that we get to see the real you. And honestly, that's the version we fall for. The one who doesn't need an audience to glow. I've seen women apologize for being too much when they get excited. But let me be real with you. That's the part that stays with us. That spark, it's unforgettable. Because if you can make a normal Tuesday feel like a celebration, you've got something no filter or fashion trend can compete with. And guys, remember that. We crave that kind of warmth when the world feels cold. It makes us want to protect it, nurture it, be part of it. So don't dull your sparkle to seem cool. Cool is forgettable. Real joy, that's rare. That's powerful. And if he doesn't see that, trust me, he's not your guy. So if you've ever wondered what truly turns guys on, just know. It's not always the big, dramatic stuff. Sometimes it's the little things. The glance you hold for a second too long, the way you laugh with your whole body, the playful stubbornness when you won't admit you're lost, or the spark in your eyes when you talk about something you love. Those are the things that leave a mark. Those are the things we remember. And the truth is, you don't need to change who you are or pretend to be someone else. The most powerful attraction comes from the moments when you're being unapologetically you. It's in the quirks, the softness, the confidence wrapped in vulnerability. That's the real magic. A woman who isn't afraid to feel, to express, and to share her world with someone, that's irresistible. Not because she's trying to impress, but because she's living in the moment, fully present, fully herself. And any guy with depth, any guy who's serious about connection will notice. And he'll be hooked, not just on your looks, but on your energy. If this helped you see attraction in a whole new way, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more weekly breakdowns like this, and share this with a friend who could use a reminder of just how powerful the little things can be. Trust me, this is the kind of insight most people never talk about. See you in the next one.